The competition is fierce. Kendrick Lamar continues to dominate at the 2026 Grammy Awards, receiving the highest number of nominations with 9. He's closely followed by Lady Gaga, Jack Antonoff, and Canadian producer-songwriter Circuit, each with 7 nominations. Next in line are Sabrina Carpenter, Bad Bunny, Leon Thomas, and Serban Genya, all with 6 nominations. But who will take home the awards? Who will make their mark at the 68th Grammy Awards on February 1st? Maria Sherman and Jonathan Landrum Jr. from the Associated Press look into the competitive contests for Grammy recognition. Welcome to Celebrity Rap Life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary, because in Celebrity Rap Life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. Debí Tirar Más Fotos, Bad Bunny. Swag, Justin Bieber. Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter. Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Mayhem, Lady Gaga. GNX, Kendrick Lamar. Mutt, Leon Thomas. Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. Starting off with the big guns, last year's Cowboy Carter victory was long overdue for Beyoncé. That and an evolving Recording Academy electorate is enough to inspire hope that winners may soon be in sync with the current cultural zeitgeist. But change is slow, and it is most likely Lady Gaga will be awarded. Mayhem is a great album, but her victory will be more about narrative, recognizing a game-changing artist with her return to form record, instead of who should really win this year. That's Bad Bunny's Debí Tirar Más Fotos. Let's not forget all Latin American Recording Academy members were invited to join the Recording Academy in 2025, but it is not clear how many can actually vote. The world would love to see a Spanish-language album win for the very first time. Bad Bunny was once again the most streamed artist globally on Spotify last year. There's also GNX, which deserves the victory as well, but the 2025 ceremony felt like Kendrick Lamar's victory lap, and even with 3 rap albums nominated in the top spot, it's not clear whether voters will give him the recognition he deserves. I understand the appeal of a breakthrough narrative here, especially with such a globally representative field, but this category tends to land with the project that moved most cleanly across multiple spaces without explanation. GNX stayed active across music, sports, and everyday culture throughout the year. Let's not forget that songs Luther and Squabble Up sustained long-term engagement, and TV Off entered everyday language with the mustard catchphrase, and Dodger Blue extended the project into sports culture during the Los Angeles Dodgers championship run. Much respect to the other nominees here, but Lamar delivered a tightly structured album that circulated naturally. That kind of sustained presence usually carries more weight than momentum built around a single lane. Record of the Year, DTMF, Bad Bunny. Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter. Anxiety, Doechii. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA. The Subway, Chappell Roan. APT, Rosé and Bruno Mars. If one song feels both inescapable and effortless, it's APT. I look at what songs listeners, especially younger ones, including my soon-to-be 6-year-old cousin, keep in rotation. The song easily translates across age groups, platforms, and borders. Bruno Mars brought a proven sense of structure that voters respond to, while Rosé's presence reflects the Academy's growing comfort with global pop influence. If this wins, which I believe will happen, Rosé would become the first K-pop artist to take the Record of the Year milestone. I think it's time to make history. For all of the reasons you've listed above, as well as its total ubiquity and cultural meshing, APT is the most likely candidate. But because Record of the Year is meant to highlight performance and production, as opposed to Song of the Year, which focuses on songwriting and composition, Luther should win. Song of the Year, Songwriters Award. Abracadabra, Henry Walter, Lady Gaga, and Andrew Watt. Anxiety, Jayla Hickman. APT, Amy Allen, Christopher Brody Brown, Roger Chahayed, Henry Walter, Omer Fedi, Philip Lawrence, Bruno Mars, Chaeyoung Park, and Serban Thomas. DTMF, Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, Scott Dittrich, Benjamin Fallick, Hugo Rene Sensian, and Tyler Thomas Spry. Golden, EJI and Mark Sonnenblick. Luther, Jack Antonoff, Roswitha Larisha Bacha, Matthew Bernard. Inc., Scott Bridgway, Sam Dew, Kendrick Lamar, Mark Anthony Spears, Solana Rowe, and Kamasi Washington. Manchild, Amy Allen, Jack Antonoff, and Sabrina Carpenter. Wildflower, Billie Eilish, and Phineas O'Connell. There's no Not Like Us this year, but there is a lot of competition. Billie Eilish and Bruno Mars are back, two established favorites of Grammy voters. It would be a third win for both in this category, the most of any artist, and it wouldn't be wise to count out the gargantuan Golden, though it may be awarded elsewhere. Signs point to Lady Gaga for this one. She has been nominated in this category 4 times with no victories. Abracadabra could take it home, and it will feel more justified than an Album of the Year win for many. I agree, the competition is strong here, but this category often comes down to precision, and Abracadabra is tightly constructed and intentional, shaped by Lady Gaga's renewed focus on lyric construction and melodic intent. That was something we spoke about ahead of her album. You hear that discipline in the writing itself, with every line pulling its weight. Best New Artist: Olivia Dean, Katsay, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, Lola Young. This category increasingly rewards artists who arrive with a fully formed identity. Leon Thomas separated himself by presenting a cohesive body of work rather than a moment driven by visibility alone. Mutt reflects songwriting discipline, genre fluency, and a clear point of view shaped by years of experience. That foundation tends to resonate when voters are thinking long-term. Points have been made. Thomas is an exemplar candidate, but there are other factors. If streaming was the ultimate metric, this would go to ordinary singer Alex Warren, but it rarely is. In this category, Olivia Dean's name has been uttered the most. Best Pop Duo or Group: Performance, Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Golden, Hunter X, EJI, Audrey Nuna, Ray EIMI. Gabriella, Katsay, APT, Rosé and Bruno Mars. 30 for 30, SZA with Kendrick Lamar. 3 of these nominees could be considered K-pop, or at the very least, K-pop adjacent: Golden, APT, and Gabriella. If any of them win, it will mark the first time any K-pop act has won any Grammy, and who wouldn't want to see that? Golden feels most likely. If the Lamar and SZA song here was Luther instead of 30 for 30, this would be a different conversation. For me, this is a toss-up between Golden and APT, but I'm gonna give a slight nod to APT. What sets the song apart is balance. It also features a voter favorite, Bruno Mars. The collaboration with him and Rosé feels settled, with neither artist competing for space. Bruno Mars understands how to shape performances that voters consistently recognize, and Rosé fits seamlessly into that structure. In this category, cohesion often matters more than ambition. Best Rap Album: Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Glorious, Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly, JID. GNX, Kendrick Lamar. Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. If I believe GNX deserves Album of the Year, then this category shouldn't even be a debate. Same logic would apply to Tyler. You shouldn't crown the album at the top and ignore it in its home genre. GNX is cohesive, quotable, and culturally dominant without chasing the algorithm. That's rap at its highest level. It's a no-contest pick. GNX is more than an album, but a paragon, and should be awarded as such. Best Contemporary Country Album: Patterns, Kelsey Ballerina. Snipe Hunter, Tyler Childer. Evangeline vs. the Machine, Eric Church. Beautifully Broken, Jelly Roll. Postcards from Texas, Miranda Lambert. This year, the Grammys renamed Country Album to Contemporary Country Album and added a Traditional Country Album category, a distinction that exists in other genres. But the news arrived right after Cowboy Carter won Best Country Album, inspiring backlash online. In this inaugural edition, contemporary seems to mean country that includes elements of other genres and/or left-of-center narratives. In the case of the former, Eric Church's inventive country rock may sway voters over Kelsea Ballerini's pop affectations, Jelly Roll's hip-hop-informed phrasing, or Tyler Childers' eclecticism. Like Jelly Roll said in an interview with Maria, it's his time, and I sure do believe him. This album fits the newly defined category almost too perfectly: emotional, honest, genre-fluid production, and storytelling that connects beyond traditional country audiences. He expanded this genre, and I believe voters love a moment that feels both timely and redemptive. This checks both boxes. There's only one album in this category that's also up for Album of the Year, and that matters. Mutt distinguished itself through restraint, allowing songwriting and performance to lead rather than production excess. This should be a lock, which is exactly why I'm bracing for voters to surprise me. Mutt is a clear standout here. As Ty Dolla $ign told AP in October, there's definitely going to be a comeback in R&B very soon. And who did he name as its leader? We're talking Leon specifically. Sherman, there are a lot of heavyweights in this category: Fred Again, Rufus Du Sol, Pink Pantheress, and more. FKA Twigs' Eusexua made a big splash in 2025, but all signs point to Skrillex, one of the most Grammy-awarded dance and electronic artists with 9 career wins. Landrum, this field is rich with compelling artistic statements. What gives Skrillex's "Fuck you, Skrillex, you think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not" 3 an edge is direction. It pushes sound forward while maintaining structure. That balance between experimentation and clarity has historically resonated with voters in this category. This trophy is likely headed to Natalia Lafourcade or Alejandro Sanz, who took home Record of the Year at the 2025 Latin Grammys a few months ago. Even though this is a pop category, I sense voters will go traditional. The Latin categories at the Grammys often reflect the top winners at the Latin Grammys too. There's a strong case for tradition in this field, but Tropico Coqueta reflects forward movement. Karol G operates with clear creative authority here, balancing accessibility with cultural specificity. When voters meet the moment rather than default to familiarity, this type of project tends to stand out. The stakes have never been higher, and the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. We're talking about the biggest night in music, where legends are made and dreams either come true or get crushed in front of millions watching. The 2026 Grammy Awards are about to go down on February 1st, and right now, everybody's asking the same question: who's really going to walk away with the gold? The competition is absolutely insane this year. Kendrick Lamar is out here leading the pack with 9 nominations, proving once again why he's one of the most respected names in the game. But he's not alone at the top. Lady Gaga, Jack Antonoff, and that Canadian hitmaker Circuit are breathing down his neck with 7 nominations each. Then you got Sabrina Carpenter, Bad Bunny, Leon Thomas, and Serban Gena sitting pretty with 6 nods apiece. It's a stacked lineup that's got everyone from the streets to the penthouse suites talking. But here's the real question that's keeping music fans up at night. Who's actually going to make history when the envelope gets opened? Who is going to have their name called when it matters most? The Associated Press brought in their heavy hitters, Maria Sherman and Jonathan Landrum Jr., to break down these races, because honestly, some of these categories are too close to call without some serious analysis. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.